Hi guys, and welcome again to Freckle Finance. Recently there was a great question in the comment section on how moving to California will affect our financial independence date. So I first want to point out that if this did not benefit us financially, we would not be moving all the way to California. So definitely our financial independence date was taken into huge consideration. I did a ton of calculations and figured out actually how it would change our financial independence date before we chose to go there. So that being said, the difference was about 5 years. Now this at this point is still an estimate. I don't know how accurate my budget for California is going to be, and if it's posted already, I'm going to link up here in the cards. I'm going to link down below to my cost of living calculator, how we kind of figured out cost of living comparison video, because that's going to give a more in-depth on kind of the budget that we expected and what we looked into as well. Another reason we don't have the exact number that it's going to change our financial independence date to is that we don't know whether we're going to rent or buy a home. And from my calculations that I've done, buying is the better option in this area. But there's some other factors we need to take into consideration as well. If the house prices do go down, that can completely change whether it was good for our financial independence date or not. So that can fluctuate it a bit, and it's kind of putting us at some risks that we're not exactly used to, because California has a lot of earthquakes and we're kind of nervous about buying in an earthquake prone area because we have very minor earthquakes here. It's like maybe once a year you'll be like, whoa! It's like, I guess that was an earthquake. You get a little butterflies in your stomach. You kind of feel a shift. You're kind of wondering if it really happened or not, if it's in your head. So you ask your coworker and they agree it happened. And that's pretty much how earthquakes are here. So apparently that's like an extremely common occurrence there. And then there's due for a severe earthquake. And so we're a little nervous because of earthquakes, but that will affect our financial independence number as well. I do also want to point out that our actual percentage of savings is probably going to decrease from the amount that we had in Toronto. However, the number that we will be able to save per year is actually going to increase. So while this will actually not be so beneficial if we decide to stay in California, we still have the same planned area that we plan to retire to, and that's much cheaper than California. It's cheaper than Toronto. It's still an expensive area, but it's by no means nearly as expensive as those areas. So because we still have the same much cheaper area, the value that we get to save every single year is much more important at this point than the percentage. But if we later decide that we want to remain in Northern California, this once again is going to completely change our financial independence number. It's probably going to increase it. Maybe it keeps it at the exact same that it previously was, because currently our estimates is that it's going to decrease it. So overall, to conclude this video, we expect it's going to decrease our financial independence date. If we come back to Canada, to our expected place that we want to retire, it will decrease it by about 5 years. Could be more, could be less. I will give an update maybe in a year or so, maybe less, when I kind of figure out how everything in California is really going to cost, and I will let you know. And I'm still going to give the every 3 months update as well. So you guys will definitely still be updated on how this is changing our financial independence date. So I also want to know if anyone has made a move that would benefit their financial independence date and how that went for you. Did it go as expected? Did it not go as expected? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you click that subscribe button below, and thumbs up for financial independence. And as always, remember, no matter what your financial situation is, make sure to have a great day. Bye.